at the county tallying center, which is situated at the Eldoret National Polytechnic in Eldoret Town. So there has been a problem with the incoming of the voting material and the tallied documents from the Tarbo constituency tallying center. So most of the leaders have been there. Let me just ask my camera to just get to the action itself so that we are able to capture part of it, so you can see the governor elect, the governor Jackson Mandago there with the returning officer for Tarbo constituency. They are in some altercation. Yeah, so the governor there just trying. Smriti, you're trying to get you the best shots possible. The governor there just trying to come into a talking table with the Tarbo constituency returning officer. So that is where the problem is. He has just shown up, and reports indicate that the whole team here in Uasin Gishu County was trying to look for him. Yes, now we have it a bit better. Now that is Governor Jackson Mandago, and on his left-hand side is the Tarbo constituency returning officer. Yes, and a bit of an altercation here in terms of words. And really, this is the governor expressing the dissatisfaction that many of the residents of Uasin Gishu have had with the Tarbo constituency returning officer. We still don't know what made him not to turn up for all these hours, but there seems to be a...
Oh, Governor.
Hi, Governor, could you talk to us? Governor, Governor, this is NTV.
You guys have been telling.
Governor,
No, but you can from the perspective, Mheshimiwa, because you're the one who's been able to bring all this.
Just to give you a perspective of what was happening, what happened, we are at the county's main tallying center at the Eldoret National Polytechnic in Eldoret Town. So after all the other 5 constituencies had brought their voting material and the necessary documents from the 5 county constituency tallying center to the county main tallying center, there was one constituency that had not brought their material and their documentation. That particular constituency is a Tarbo constituency. So from around 7 p.m. to around 11 p.m., most of the residents of Uasin Gishu and IEBC officers, everyone else had gathered here, all other material had gathered here, but the results from Tarbo constituency tallying center had not gotten here. So what has brought a lot of anxiety is the fact that at Tarbo constituency tallying center, the results had already been announced and the voting material had already been packaged to find its way to the county tallying center. So we don't know what exactly happened between the Tarbo constituency tallying center and the Uasin Gishu county tallying center. From that tallying center to this particular county main tallying center, it's about a 30 or 40 minutes drive. And around 7 p.m., I remember even my colleague Nick did an interview after the governors and the senators, after the Tarbo constituency returning officer rather made the pronouncements and gave the numbers and even announced the member of parliament elect and the members of county assemblies elect. And so the disconnect was, after he made all those pronouncements and filled all the forms, why did he take so long to arrive from that particular constituency tallying center to here? So that means when it comes to the leadership of the county of Uasin Gishu, and mainly the areas of the governor's position, the senatorial position, and the women representative position, those tallies, those reconciliated votes have not been announced because they're supposed to be announced from here. But that announcement cannot be made because that particular returning officer from Tarbo constituency, I don't know what happened. Perhaps he had his own challenges. We're here to speak to him, in all fairness, to understand what transpired. He didn't make it here in the preferred time of the voters and the other constituency expectations. So at the moment, a bit of calm and quiet. We can see the governor of Uasin Gishu has taken to his seat. He's here with his family. We can see a number of leaders. The IEBC team is still here, and they seem to be up and around in numbers. And the returning officer for Tarbo constituency is also taking to the seat. Yes, that should be him. And we hope any time from now there will be a consensus, and that will allow for the tallying here at the county main tallying center, and from which we expect that now we will be getting the results of the governor's results at the women representative seat and the senatorial seat. So for now, maybe I can take you back to James Smart and Smriti in Nairobi. We have a consensus here. Let us see how this transpires and see if the operations that are supposed to go on here, which is the reconciliation and the announcement of the winner for the governor's seat, the reconciliation and the announcement in numbers of the winner for the senatorial seat, the reconciliation and the announcement of the winner for the women representative seat will happen here at the county official tallying center. It is situated at Kapseret constituency at the Eldoret National Polytechnic. For now,